All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw here, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, Bengals.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So Dalton now to the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Finley here, 3rd and long. He finds his running back, Mixon. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And now out come the Bills. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You better bring it. General West.
Allen hands off to McCoy, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Mike, ready? 52. Check. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Allen from the gun on third down. And that's complete to Croft. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter. Switch. Hey, tight.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to loft one. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
That's way for Larry. Number 53. Mike 53. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Third down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 45 on second down, Allen. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well, and a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
23 yards the pickup there. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
45. Mike, 45. Last 10. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Middle. Safety's creeping. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that.
Now McCoy. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
80 weapon.
Throwing now is Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John McCoy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross. His first touchdown of the new season, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe you're like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's it, baby. That's it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Allen now looks to throw. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's McCoy. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
.52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. 49, check 49, check 49.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final act of the first half. Dalton going deep for Eifert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Ooh, the juke. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Jerry Hughes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
26 Mike. Here we go. 5. 26 Mike. Watch the curl. 26 Mike. 26 out.
Now Dalton. Pass incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. 26.
Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Bravo.
Keep it out. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Mixon with a first down carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
53, 53, Mike.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
53 to Mike.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
You draw quarter.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerry Hughes able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton sets up play action. And that is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he's got it. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's McCoy. And fights through one man. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here we go again.
Here's a give to Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Yeah, 5-6, 5-6, 5-6. Hey, Charlie. There we go.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And it is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Mike 50. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, it's McCoy, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Regular. Guys, it's our time. 26, Mike. Go. Yeah, pump. 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
There goes Green. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will get him one closer. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
45. 45. All day.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's McCoy. They find some open field here. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Check 45 to Mike. Here we go. Slant.
Alert!
So Allen's going to look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
Check 3. Middle.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hot, lady.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Here you go, can.
Check. Lucky.
Check four. Watch the 61. Matchbox lights.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist. I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause ice on the wrist, I bet you wanna be famous, They elevated, you know I'm icy in Vegas, this for the haters, I make a lot of new money, when it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist. I never switch. the switch.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want